Namaste and welcome to Self-Discovery and Self-Awakening 18-day session through teachings of Bhagavad Gita and meditation. I'm Satya Kalra, your host and founder of Path to Anandam, Path to Blissful Living. We teach how to be happy, we guide how to go deeper into your within and find out your highest potential. And I am self-transformation coach, meditation coach, and of course, your host for the program. Happy Gita Jayanti month to all of you. Many people have been celebrating Gita Jayanti, and we have been celebrating with all of you by going through these 18 sessions and studying how can we convert our Vishad into Prasad like Arjuna did. And Arjuna was in difficult problems, difficult situations, had issues. Then he turned to his dear friend, Lord Krishna. And here, Lord Krishna had delivered Bhagavad Gita to him, and we are all going to learn from how can we get out of miseries, sorrows, pain, difficulties, and enjoy our life to the fullest. And through the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, we have been going through this beautiful, blissful journey together. So please invite your friends, share this information with your loved ones, and thank you very much for joining. I'm so honored that I have been on this blissful journey with all of you. Today is our session 13. We have gone through already 12 sessions. I can't believe it. In those 12 sessions, we have learned so much. And now, this is the last series of 6 sessions. So, our previous session was how to reach to our ultimate through meditation. And then one of the questions came, beautiful question someone asked. And the question is, let me read that question to you. It says, what should I do when others criticize me unreasonably, illogically? It disturbs me so much that I cannot concentrate on meditation. My mind gets disturbed. First of all, my dear brother, thank you very much for asking that question, because you are not alone. We all experience the similar situations. Now, let's say what Gita talks about. How does Gita help us? And how to handle these kind of situations. And in Gita, which is the source of ancient wisdom, the ocean of guiding us, how to have a serenity. How can we create the serenity in our mind? How can we make our disturbed mind into serenity, calm, peaceful? And Gita says in chapter 12, verse 19, and I'm using this book, one of my bestseller, My Question and God's Answers, which has been used in many universities as UC Berkeley and many other universities, and it is in all the universities, Ivy universities, and in their libraries. So the verse 19, chapter 12, which is known as Bhakti Yoga, says, Nindya prasansha samjise, moni sada santushta, Aniketa sthirmati bhakti man me priyo nara. Here Lord assures us that He can help us. We can become His dear. And how we can become His dear? He guides us. How can we have the stable mind? And one of the tools He gives us in this verse, Moni sada santusht. Moni means silent. So He says, practice silent. Then your mind will become stable. Now, how can we practice silence? First of all, what is silence? And according to Bhagavad Gita and also many other scriptures, Gautam Buddha, Swami Vivekananda, everyone almost spoke about on silence. So the silence is the serenity of mind, the quietness of mind. It's not just the quietness of mouth and we don't talk about, or we just don't talk. Sometimes we are angry and we don't talk, but something goes on in our mind and it's going on. So it's not just shutting our mouth. It means we have to shut down all the noise in our mind which is disturbing us. But it requires the calmness of body. In other words, body has to be at rest. So Lord Krishna again says, the translation in English is that indifferent to criticism or praise, quiet, practice silence, contentment, whatever are the causing us the attachment, we have to calm our system, come to calmness, equanimity, and then have a full of devotion. Means heart has to be filled with love and compassion. That devotee is very dear to me. In other words, I'm going to help that devotee how to be calm and quiet. So Gita's how to practice it. That is the main thing. We can be quiet, we can all talk about it. But when we are disturbed and the mind is going around and around, so many thoughts are bombarding us, sometimes positive, but mainly the negative, especially when somebody criticizes us, and especially when the criticism is not appropriate. Then we get very hurt. So what should we do and how should we practice the silence at that time? So we have to get our body involved, our mind involved, and of course, we have to practice to connect to our inner being, which is called soul. So what should we do? How to practice it? So in the morning, when our day starts, before getting up from the bed, just focus on the breath. Just continue to focus on the breath. Close your eyes gently and observe your breath. And just watch your breath. Don't do anything. Just watch for 5 minutes. And automatically, the system, our mind will calm down. Our body will calm down. So observing our breath for 5 minutes in the morning, it's very important. And then during the day, we should continue to practice wherever, maybe several times a day, do the same practice. Maybe during the lunchtime, maybe afternoons, but continue to practice. But also we should not listen to too many things on news, watch TV, go into social media, because all these things do not have that much. It's good to be connected with the world and know what is going on in the world. So the news is very important, but not all the time just listening to the radios. Even when we are driving to the work or driving, we turn on the news and see what's happening. Just, it's okay to hear, but not just to keep listening and just talking on the phones when we are driving and listening to a lot of negativity around us. So it is very, very important that we should listen to what is absolutely necessary, and we should speak only what is necessary rather than get engaged with all kind of conversations. And also, if it is possible for me, because I have been doing it, that turn off the smartphone at least for 1 hour. A study shows that nowadays with these smartphones, people have lost the connection within themselves. So it is more important to practice silence even more than ever. And then always take few seconds before we speak. When people criticize us, sometimes we have a tendency to respond immediately. And it says that we should take few moments to speak, few moments to think before we speak. And actually there is a beautiful practice, it is called 24 hours response. So whenever somebody says or somebody sends us an angry email or something, we should at least wait for 24 hours before we send it. We might write it because we are angry, so we might write it, but do not send it. Just wait for 24 hours and then look at it. And most of the time, I revise that email before sending it again. And also we should exercise, which is very, very important for our physical body and mental attitude, because when we exercise, our body releases endorphins, which calms our system down anyhow. So we should always do the exercises, sometimes go for a walk in the nature, do yoga, and of course we talk about pranayama, which is a breathing, lot more breathing exercises, but at least we should observe the breath, and then do some meditation and prayers. And one of the key thing is, before going to bed, we must not watch news or go on a social media, but read some scriptures like Bhagavad Gita. Swami Hariharji Maharaj asked me to read Bhagavad Gita before going to bed. Even just 3 verses, doesn't have to be the whole chapter, or even the 1 verse, or even the 1 phrase of Bhagavad Gita. Here, like Nindya Prasancha Santi se, Moni Sada Santusht. Moni Sada Santusht. Even we just read that phrase, Moni Sada Santusht, means we should just be in silence and let go. That is good enough. But if we want to read more, I enjoy reading it, so sometimes I end up reading the whole chapter. And study also shows that whatever we think before going to bed, the whole night our system keep manifesting on it. Even though we go to sleep, our mind is working on it. It's just like putting ingredients in a slow cooker at night. Like I want to make a rice pudding. I put the rice, I put the milk in the slow cooker and plug it in. And in the morning, The whole night, the pudding is getting cooked, and in the morning, I have a rice pudding ready. Similarly, whatever thoughts we put it in our mind before going to bed, whole night, it's going to brew. And in the morning, our attitude, our mood will be affected what we do the night before going to bed. Therefore, we must not watch nasty or some kind of soap operas where they have a lot of arguments and doesn't serve the purpose or does not help us to uplift ourselves, transform or make us a better and better human being. And going too much on social media and gossiping it. Of course, if we want to go on YouTube and listen to some good meditations or some good talks, that's okay. But we should not just waste our time putting all this, I call it garbage, in our mind before going to bed, because garbage in, garbage out. In the morning, it will affect my mood. So please ask any questions if you have. And as I said before, send me your questions and I will respond to your questions, whether in this session or maybe in the other sessions. So please send me your questions through satya@pathtoanandam.org or www.pathtoanandam.org, or you can send me info@pathtoanandam.org, or you can even just type it in the comment section. So please type any questions you have right now. And also, tell me, where are you watching it from? I know I can see many of you are watching from India and different places, like someone is from Australia, someone is somewhere from UK. So please let me know. So again, ask the question to yourself. What are my difficulties to practice silence? Just make a list of it. Whatever it is you want to share, that's okay. But if you do not want to share, that is okay too. But just make a list of it. And just by making the list, you become aware of it. So continue to make the list, because also it says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verse 14, Anidvekaram vakyam satyam parhitam cha swadhyay abhyasnam vanmayi tap uchyate. Means, how should we practice our speech? And whatever we speak, it comes from our mind. So our mind has to be calm and serene. Then we can have a nice, serene, sweet, loving, compassionate speech and our actions. So we should always evaluate ourselves, self-inspect, self-inquiry. So make a list. What are my issues? What disturbs my mind? What robs my serenity of my mind? And as I always share the mantra, so mantra of today is, I am silent. And it comes again from Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna says, I am silent. So let's meditate on silence today. So sit comfortably wherever you are. Close your eyes gently as long as you are not driving or operating any machinery or doing something which needs your attention. Just sit down very comfortably. Close your eyes and take a deep breath from your nostrils. All the way down to your stomach. Hold it for a few seconds. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. And now breathe normally. And with every breath, smile. You could say smile loudly or silently or just simply smile. So smile in, smile out. Smile, smile. And continue to breathe normally. And now with every breath, say silent. Silence in, silence out. Silence, silence. So with every breath, smile and say silence. When we practice smile and silence, our mind automatically becomes serene because other people start smiling with us. And we are practicing silence. So if somebody abuses us or criticizes us, we are just smiling and practicing silence. Continue to smile and say silence. Silence in, silence out. Silence, silence. And continue to focus on your breath as well. So focus on your breath, smile, and say silence. Feel that the silence energy is enriching every cell of our lungs, and absorbing the silence energy in every cell, every cell is smiling. And expanding that smile and serenity of silence through the bloodstream, through the heart, through the lower part of the body, stomach, thighs, legs, feet, toes, and also the upper part of the body, the chest area, the shoulders, the back, the spine, lower back, middle back, upper back, the neck region, the tongue is at silence. The mind is at serenity. My entire system, every cell of my body, every DNA of my body, every genes, electrons, protons, atoms, empty spaces in my body, all are enjoying the serenity. They're all calm. And now I could hear my inner voice. The noise of the external world is calmed down. I am hearing my inner voice, the voice of God, the voice of God through the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. The messages of Bhagavad Gita start merging. My inner guru is awakening because that's what Bhagavad Gita does. Awakens the guru within us. So my inner voice, my intuitions are developing more and more. I could hear beautiful birds, songs. I could hear the song of Bhagwan, Lord Krishna, which is Bhagavad Gita. Gita means the song of God, the message of God which I could hear. The more silence I practice, the more I am connected to my inner voice, my intuitions. Just witness and let go if any thoughts come in your mind. Just say, I am silent, because the mantra is today's I am silent. So just say, I am silent. I am silent. Continue to smile. Continue to focus on your breath and say, I am silent. Silent is the language of God. As someone said, the very first language of God is silent, and everything else is a translation, false translation. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And now rub your hands and put it on your head. Just massage your body with this silent, pure Anandamay Shakti, pure energy. And then rub your hands and make a cups and open your eyes very gently. Namaste. And thank you very much for being a part of this beautiful, serene meditation. And the action and practices today are that if somebody once criticizes us, just take whatever you think I need to practice. Because sometimes when some loved ones say something to us or somebody says, there is a great meaning behind it. So listen to it and take whatever you think your system needs to improve upon it and leave the rest, whatever it does not meet or help you to uplift yourself. And also learn a lesson, because whenever we hear something, there is some lesson to learn. So just pick up something, whatever is teaching us the lesson, and leave the rest. And then also, as I said, evaluate yourself. Swadhyaya Bhyasnam, self-inquiry. But the final one, to practice before going to bed, read Bhagavad Gita or any other scriptures or some autography of some saints or biography of some high known people which motivate you, some motivational comments, quotes. But do not argue before going to bed, and also watch TV or go on social media. So just for a week or 30 days, just practice. Before going to bed, read something which motivates you, uplifts you, and do not do social media, Facebook, etc. I know CEO of Facebook is not going to like these comments, but the fact is we do not want to get more disconnected with ourselves. We want to connect more within ourselves. So watching news, TV at night, soap operas, serials, social media, using the smartphone, all that. Don't use that. Just go in the lap of serenity. Meditate before going to bed, or just watch your breath for 5 minutes before going to bed. And the benefit what you are going to get is it will awaken the Guru within you. I have gotten so many messages. All the messages I get in the morning when I read Bhagavad Gita at night, I get beautiful messages. It in fact plans my day for me, puts me in a good mood. So I would say I feel more healthier. So our body is more healthier, our mind is more serene, and our life is filled with quietness, peace, happiness, and serenity. So, as Tao Te Ju said, silent is a source of great strength. And Lord Krishna also said, you become my beloved, means anytime you have a difficulty, I will help you to be serene. I will help you to be quiet. I will help you to be in silent. That's what he means by you will be my beloved, means I will help you. So, and somebody says beautifully, it says, there is no need to go to India or anywhere else to find peace or serenity or quietness. You will find that within your home, wherever you are, in your room, in your office, even in your bathtub, or even in your garden, wherever you are. So just live in the consciousness of silence, in serenity. So we will meet in our next session, which will be on love, bhakti yoga. So tell your friends, share this information. So they are not deprived. They are on with this beautiful, blissful journey. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. And like our other pages on Facebook, like Facebook.com/Path to Ananda. And if you have any question, please send it to me. And again, as I mentioned, my books are, this is one of my books, but I have another 15 bestsellers, so they are all listed on Amazon.com. And if you need any personal coaching, anything, I do offer those. We have workshops, etc., seminars. So if you ever have a need for us, please let us know. And thank you very much for joining again, and see you in next session. God bless us all and bless us with serenity of mind and quietness and more peace and anandam in our life. And that is the ultimate prasad for us. So Lord Krishna is blessing us with that prasad. So again, namaste, and enjoy the month of Gita Jayanti. And see you in next session.